Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong, and I pulled a journal off the shelf just to go through and see if it's complete. I have so many journals out here, and I have some that I feel like I never really finished. This one's pretty much done, I guess. I love the cover on this one. I think it's cardboard underneath, but it's just covered in gold duct tape, the whole thing. And little cherry tomatoes from the garden. I have to remember to take those in. Let's see here. Okay, let's go through and let's do a flip through. Let's flip through this one and see how done it feels. I love to add color as I'm going through, and I like Sharpies. They dry instantly, bright color. I like this size. What is that? The fine point. So it's not ultra fine, but it's not the great big, you know. It's fun to use. Let's see. I just think it makes the pages interesting later on. I know that this particular journal has a lot of journaling in it. A lot of notes. I do write things down, and I keep to-do list, that sort of thing. But let's just go through here and look. I get myself sidetracked. February 2023 journal. And you can see I save labels too. I keep little places where I can put receipts and things that I write about. Oh wow, things I need to buy. A little note about the day. And sometimes I go back and I might add color around the edge of some of my notes. I've got at the top here, Pretty Day. I love the Neo Color 2s. These are Sargent watercolor crayons. And let's see, oh, I've got a lot of blue in this brush. Let's just see how that ends up. The kind of color we get. Not so crazy about the way that did on that paper. Might help if I would get some clean water and really clean this brush out. That's better. Blob of acrylic paint. Do you see that? So, all right, let's put these to the side, and maybe I will put a rubber band on those. Put those to, where are my Neo Color? These are the Neo Color 2s. And my friend Jennifer, sent me a whole set of these, and I have loved these so much. Before she sent them, I only had 2 or 3 that I bought at Jerry's Artarama, and then Jennifer sent me a whole pack. Look at all of these, and I love the way they blend. Oh, something just fell in the workshop. I'm always afraid a tree is going to fall when it's windy like this and we've had a lot of rain. The Neo Color 2s, I really like the way they blend. All right, and we're not going to worry too much about whether or not this is dry. We're just going back through and making this really interesting. Because it's all going to dry, and I can put it on the porch in the breeze. Look at all these notes. It's funny. Put some blue color on this one. What's that say? We hiked for an hour at Fuse Ford. So that was February of 2023. I haven't been hiking in a long time. I know Jason wants us to go. He's so good. He encourages me to go, and I always am glad after I've said, okay, yeah, let's go. To do new litter box arrangement. Put stapler in JJ kit, which we know is a junk journal kit. Oh, so started Pretty Litter in the Den. I do not like the grit. It's like being at the beach all the time. Well, I would like to move to the beach, but you all probably know what I mean by that. See, it's running that ink a little bit, but I don't really care. I think we're going to be able to come back and read what's there just fine. And that one, okay, I might have lied. That the ink is really going to run there. But when that's dry, I can come back and touch up the words, because I do like to keep going through my journals. These are just the best. Let's just put some color in here. Definitely does not have to be anything fancy. There's a pretty leaf. That's probably from a walk. And that scrap exchange card, I'll just stick that back under there. Ooh, February 9th, 2023. What is this? Back to the Eno, first trip in 2023. And you can see this is just, it's all dried out. You know, everything feels so dead after the winter and you're just waiting for spring. Today is Thursday at 6:53 a.m. It's 47 degrees outside. I am up way too early for me to be up. I got up around 6 a.m., but we were up until after 1 a.m. Sigh. I think I'm wound up because of my job change at work and just thinking of everything I have to do. Yeah. So glad to be in a different situation right now. We look back and see things. I may not put any water on this. We will just add some color around the edge. And maybe just a little bit of doodling. So receipt, a label from some chocolate. Jason's so sweet to me. He was at, now that's, yeah, that's one of the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s. He went to the grocery store for me because I needed coffee. It was kind of late. And I said, well, I'll be okay. I can just grab some in the morning. He said, no, you stay in your workshop and play. And I'm going to go to the grocery store and get you some coffee. So he ended up bringing back not only coffee, but 3 bags of coffee and 2 of my favorite chocolate bars, which is the Chocolove. I love the milk chocolate with the toffee. He brought back a dark chocolate too. I know dark chocolate's better for you, but I just really love milk chocolate. Probably the sugar. Oh, look at the color. That's so pretty. What happens if we close it? Yeah, it's a little bit over here, but not too bad. And we can also like just dry it off with a napkin so that it's not so wet, but it's still really pretty color. And let's put this back under here. Walk on the Eno. So there's a leaf that I think I probably put some Mod Podge on that. So I do mean it when I say I like to keep coming back to journals and adding whatever I want to. I love to see also the way water reacts on different types of paper. Oh, that's pretty too. That looks like some handmade paper underneath. And then we have a piece of white scrap paper under here, and then we have the notebook paper. Just adds to the book, I think, to have all this bright color. That's some beautiful paper. And a little feather. I wish I had written down where that came from, but I didn't. So, oh well. Remember how we used to lay the crayons like that down in primary school? That's kind of interesting, just the way it is. Oh, and the paper is acting differently with this. I like that we have those darker lines. Look, a lot of it's just coming right off. It's not soaking into the paper much at all. Definitely not getting on the tape, so that's pretty. Let's just leave that. There's a recipe I found. I wonder if that's good. Crock pot potatoes. It's shredded hash browns, butter, salt, chopped onions, sour cream, cheddar cheese, cream of celery soup. Mix it all together, put in the crock pot on low for 4 hours. Can bake in oven at 350 for 1.5 hours. That's probably good. I don't know how good it is for you, but yeah, it sounds pretty good. You know, it's kind of fun to just paint over this packaging tape because it's definitely not going to hold the color. I remember this. I've got OMG watching a video on YouTube by Paige Cox at Reconsidered Goods. She was just talking about people coming in and looking around. She called the Reconsidered Goods environment a palette cleanser for creative people. And creative reuse shops are like that. You just get so inspired. You just come in and have all these ideas. It's pretty amazing. I want to go back to Reconsidered Goods soon. Jason and I were talking about that the other day. Oh, Valentine's Day. This paper is pretty thin, so it still feels damp from the water on the other side. So I'm not going to put any water on this side, and I'm not going to be too rough with this paper because I don't really want to tear it. It'll dry and it's going to be fine. So this was a little piece of like canvas almost with the hook in it, and I imagine it was to go on the back of a piece of art to hang it up. So I just glued it in here. It would be fun to have something hanging from that. I wonder if I have anything that could go on there without having to have a hook, a loop put on it, or some sort of ring, you know what I mean? Let's see, I wonder if this, but I bet it's not going to hang. That's not going to hang the right way. But you know what? Will this charm even go on here? There's a little charm that could go on this rusty paper clip. And we could just put it right here. And then this K that's been floating around, I've never used it. I don't know what to use it for. I probably had letters in a fun pack at some point. So let's glue that in here. Down at the bottom, we have the K. And let's get the Sharpie, the blue one, and say K-I-N-G like for king. But on this one, let's put queen. Who knows what's on the other side of this, what we're bleeding through. I guess we'll figure it out when we turn the page. So just more little notes about something. That's kind of a lightweight paper. So I don't want to do too much water on that. I like the way we get the circle around that little thing we glued down. Don't want too much water, that's for sure. And what is this? Another chocolate label. Jason ordered pizza for us last night. Everything is so expensive! Exclamation point. What did we spend? Well, it was just $30. I just think sometimes you feel like money's flying out the window. We've definitely had times where we thought, no, we don't need to order this tonight, but it was just so easy. Oh, I was playing with Kendall. 2023, so he would not have even been 3 yet. He was about 2 years and, wow, a little over 2.5 years. So I traced his little hand. He used to love that. There's a screw picked up from parking lot. There's little Kendall's hand again. Labels. Counted with Kendall. I like that. Pretty scrapbook paper. Just some things that I like. Oh, so I glued over that. That was notes about the journal collaboration that we had going on at the time, which was really fun. I found this awesome sticker at work. That is really cool. Oh, I like her. Spring flowers, trees, happy to be me, love you, life. What does this say? Expect to be challenged. Prepare to give your all. Work hard. Be kind. Do good. Have a pure heart. Speak your truth. Oh, 2 songs that I liked. I Am Superman and I'm Sorry, Mrs. Jones. I think I was making a playlist for work. That feels like it needs some sort of color. And that paper, it's got such texture. I wonder if there's... I have no idea what this is going to do. Maybe I should have checked it before I put all these colors down. Oh, it's pretty. So this will just go right over that Sharpie and it's going to be okay. A little bit more water here. And then, oh wow, look what that's doing. It almost looks like butterflies. That shape is very cool. That way there's not too much water in there, because a lot of times I just close these pages and move on. Oh, there's that same picture again. The yard is so beautiful, lots planted. I love my little fenced-in garden, and we know how much the garden has grown so much. I said so much too many times. So I think I'm going to stop. I bet this video is getting kind of long. I do like to come back and play in journals once they're done and just keep adding things to make them really interesting to go back and look at. So that's what we've done today. And I'm going to stop. Again, I think this video is probably getting kind of long. And you know, let's see. I'm tempted to try something. Is this one? Yeah, that one is open. My hands were so stained yesterday from this stuff. And then I had to go to work and cut fabric for people. I mean, my hands were clean and dry, but they didn't look like it. Nobody said anything, but, you know, just it is what it is. I don't know what this is going to look like later, but we're just gonna roll with it. And I'm wondering if that, I think that probably, that mica spray just dries instantly. We'll find out when we come back to it later. Oh, no, it doesn't. Some of it's moving around. And I also is that? Let's just see if we can put some gold on the edge. Maybe not too much, just a little bit to see what that looks like when we come back. Okay, I am going to stop now, and we're going to leave this standing open so it can dry. I will be back really soon. Bye for now.